going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful Saturday. Birds are chirping and stuff. It's time for another Vikings news dump. So today is the day of days. Vikings, 3 p.m. Central Time, the only time zone that matters. Historic U.S. Bank Stadium, the Vikings versus the Texans. Backups. Yeah, preseason game number 1, getting it done. Now, of course, you get analyze this to death. There's basically want to see every player that's going to be playing out there. Who's going to emerge as running back 3? What about tight end 3? What about cornerback depth? What about D-line depth? All that stuff. But first and foremost, J.J. McCarthy. It's time for McCarthy to be back. So a year ago, McCarthy, we saw a glimpse. We saw a little of what he can and should be against the Raiders, right? 11-17 passing, 206 total yards, 2 touchdowns, 116.8 passer rating. Now, if you remember, he had a pick early, right? And then came the bombs. Luck to Tristan Jackson, just getting it done, and it was fantastic. Now, what is he going to do on today against the Texans? Maybe get in a fight? Don't know. But basically, this is probably going to be the only time we see J.J. McCarthy in a game situation in preseason, which is fine. Hopefully he looks good. Everyone, hopefully he stays healthy, and we'll go from there. Also going from there is producer Allie Rockstar, purplefdw.net. Our merch, our gear, 15% off, promo code preseason25 through the end of the month. It's going to be good. So the hats, fanny packs are brand new, mugs, all that stuff. Go get yourself some Purple for the Win gear, 15% off. It's fantastic. Link is in the description below. Also, what we're going to see today, Will Fries, hot and crispy, you want them. Vikes fan page, Vikings guard Will Fries is expected to play in today's game against the Texans per PA on the mic, 9 to noon. 9 months removed from his broken tibia, Fries should be back in action for Minnesota, which will be good to see. Now, TBD what the offensive line is going to be. Darrisaw probably won't play. Ryan Kelly probably won't play. Brian O'Neill, TBD. But Fries and Donovan Jackson are definitely going to get some reps in. And if Darrisaw, Kelly, O'Neill don't go, it'll probably be School, Jurgens, and Brandel at right tackle. But we'll see. Either way, keep JJ upright. That's all we want. That's all we need. That's right. Also, so there has been some concern about Vikings wide receiver depth because Justin Jefferson obviously not playing in preseason. Addison obviously suspended the first 3 games of the regular season. And people are poo-pooing on Thayer Thomas and Lucky Jackson. Don't. Even though they could have some big-time games today. More on Jackson in a bit. But Naylor, who had been seen, we'll get it. Kevin Seifert, ESPN, who is not Carl Gershman. Vikings wide receiver Jalen Naylor wore a red no-contact jersey Thursday during practice. Rare for a non-quarterback. My understanding, there's no specific injury, just preserving depth at a position where Justin Jefferson hamstring has been out, and Jordan Addison has a 3-game suspension. Now, it did raise some eyebrows and was worrisome because Naylor does have a history of being a little bit injury prone. So right away you're just like, okay. Plus he did have an incident earlier in the week where he was a little shaken up. So you thought that part and parcel that was all connected. Maybe it is, but maybe it is more about depth. I thought maybe Naylor was getting ready for flag football in the Olympics 2028, or since they play flag football in the Pro Bowl, he's going to have a Pro Bowl season, or he joined the Bloods. I don't know. It's one of the things, but it's good to see that it isn't anything major. He was out there, but so there you go. Also, this is great. It's fantastic. Purple Persuasion. The Vikings D-line nickname is known as the Dark Side. Something dark side. PA on the mic was told by defensive line coach the marvelous Marcus Dixon. The D-line, as I found out the other night, has a nickname called the Dark Side. Marcus Dixon, D-line coach, shared that with me after the night practice. How'd that conversation go? Marcus comes up, hey, PA, what? Our D-line is called the Dark Side. Toodaloo. Awesome. I like it, though, because, Purple People Eaters Redux. And I know Grenard, Navy G on the edge. Maybe they're included with the Dark Side. Maybe not. Maybe they're in the middle. Maybe they could join the Rebel Alliance. Maybe they could be on the Dark Side. I don't know. Also, Star Wars is weird because, I don't know. Maybe you want to root for the establishment. Who knows? But Dark Side, it's a great nickname. Love that. Speaking of Lucky Jackson, no transition. But Alec Lewis, the Athletic list highlighted a couple players who have a lot to gain or a lot to lose this weekend. Lucky Jackson, certainly one of them. Lucky Jackson is the leader in the clubhouse for one of the receiver spots alongside Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Jalen Nailor, and Ty Felton. This is his third year with the team. He arrived in 2023 after an unexpected season with the XFL DC Defender, exceptional season with the XFL DC Defenders. His smarts and route running technique have garnered respect among teammates and coaches. Jackson will be one of the featured receivers in Saturday's game. He may also return punts, which the Vikings toyed around with on Wednesday. Special teams coordinator Coach Hatt also mentioned that Rondale Moore, basically it's his job to lose as a punt return, and maybe Lucky could sneak on in there because, frankly, Rondale doesn't have a secure hold on a 53-man spot, and Lucky Jackson is stories that you love to see. Lightly regarded guys, whether it's on the practice squad, working their way up, getting better every single year. You can put Lucky Jackson and Thayer Thomas in that same mold, Trishan Jackson in that same mold last year. Then he went on to Arizona where he's got more of an opportunity. But, I mean, Lucky, if he ends up as wide receiver 5, I got no issue with it. Because it's based on merit. And I know people are freaking out. Oh, but wide receiver depth. Oh, they should have signed Keenan Allen. Oh, that's well, first off, Keenan Allen was always going to start with the Chargers, right? And also, it's a spot where maybe the coaches, maybe Kwesi feels comfortable, with guys like Lucky Jackson, Deshaun Jones, Thayer Thomas there because, they've been in the offense for a couple years. And just because some player has a name, it doesn't mean they're necessarily going to be an upgrade coming in cold off the street versus, guys like Lucky, Deshaun, and Thayer have 2 to 3 years of experience in this scheme, in this offense with this team. So you love seeing stories like this, and hopefully they can rise on up and be solid. Someone who had no experience in the scheme, before coming on in, Slinging Sam Howell, a.k.a. Quarter of Korea's quarterback, right? And we got some poop during this week about us being critical of Sam Howell. Well, it's like, do you know how bad you have to be for me to criticize a Korean dude? I mean, come on, man. Come on. All right, so it's Howell. J.J. McCarthy's performance Saturday will matter for optics more than anything else. Internally, the Vikings view this as a prime chance to practice the huddle operation, cadences, and pre-snap checks. Howell, though, must impress because beyond just throwing the football over the mountains, like Alec Lewis outlined, huddle operation, cadences, pre-snap checks, all that's important, and that isn't always put into the equation of fans' evaluation of a quarterback. It's always on the field, can you throw, but just basic things like getting in and out of the huddle, getting the play call out, getting up the line of scrimmage, not having delays of game, all that matters. Also not throwing bad interceptions, which Minnesota needs to enter the season with a backup it can trust if needed in a pinch, and Howell has inspired much faith through the first few weeks. The issue has not been his arm strength or layering, but rather his inefficiency operating an offense that asks the quarterbacks to go through reads. It hasn't helped the Vikings' pass rush has been menacing, but if Howell is going to secure the backup spot, this is where he must start. Now, he had been benched at times for Brett Rippon, or Rippon got some more second-team reps than usual. Howell basically had exclusive second team to start the training camp as well as during off-season work. But Howell, maybe it is something as simple as not going against the Flores defense every single day. And maybe he does look a lot better in a game situation in front of everyone under the lights. Fans can see it. And maybe he just operates better against some Texans backups versus Flores who's trying to beat that ass every single day. Who knows? Could be, but rooting for Howell, and also the Vikings definitely do need a solid backup quarterback behind J.J. McCarthy because of things, and also Will Rocker because I don't care. It's like, well, maybe he was working on stuff. He's working on missing. Okay, mechanics wise, hey. If you want to work on something mechanics-wise, you're off in that third field all damn day with your holders and your long snappers while everyone else is practicing. You can do that all day, right? So when it's time to kick in training camp practice, you get your 6 kicks in, make them. That's it. I mean, that's what it boils down to. And preseason, the thing I like, special teams, it's just special teams. Like there's no vanilla playbook. There's no nothing like that. Can you make a kick? That's what it comes down to. So hopefully Will Reichert is going to be good to go. Well, we'll see. Also, we'll see. So, unfortunately, this is the Battle of Baltimore. The Baltimore Colts versus the Baltimore Ravens. It's good. Both these teams moved. But Anthony Richardson, his finger went 90 degrees, unblocked. Yeah, which really sucks because Anthony Richardson obviously has a lot of physical tools, but it just has some really poopy puck luck when it comes to injuries. It's all right. Kevin O'Connell will fix him in a couple of years. Oh, maybe next year he'll be good. But Daniel Jones, former Viking, it's important because if Anthony Richardson, now they say that the finger is good to go, but it could put him behind in the competition. And if Daniel Jones is a starter for the Colts and for most of the season, get some playing time numbers up, it could impact the Vikings comp picks, which is important. So as of right now, the Vikings per over the cap are projected for a third for Sam Darnold, a fourth for Daniel Jones, and potentially a seventh for Trent Sherfield. We'll see if Trent becomes more than a special teamer. If he gets some run as a receiver, certainly could upgrade that seventh rounder or have that seventh rounder exist. But with Jones, me and Mr. Jones, so if part of the proprietary compensatory pick formula is playing time. And Daniel Jones can be asked thank you, but if he's good enough to play for most of the season for the Colts, the Vikings could get an upgrade from a fourth to a third, which certainly would be nice. So 2/3 at least for last year's free agent group for the 2026 draft. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Certainly would be nice. So as much as I love Anthony Richardson, selfishly, I want him to be back up all season so that the Vikings can get him next offseason after the Colts cut him. And then the Daniel Jones, I mean, he's probably going to be bad, but be good enough to hang on to the starting job all year, just so we get that upgraded pick. It's going to be good. Also, this is great, too, from Thursday night game. So the Raiders were up in Seattle playing the Seahawks in preseason action, and Crosby, this is above the rim, pun intended, next level hating. So Crosby rolls up in a Seattle Supersonics Kevin Durant 3-5 jersey. Of course, the Supersonics were stolen by Oklahoma City and Clay Bennett. Not that we talk about that. Yeah. I mean, I would rather the Supersonics have won a ring last year than OKC and the methods that they did that, but it's beside the point. Anyways, but this is why I love baby Jared Allen, Max Crosby. That's why I wanted him coming out of Eastern Michigan. This is not revisionist history. You can go back and listen to the podcast. You could tell Max Crosby, there was something different about him, and he's a stud. It's one of the reasons why I feel like the Raiders are the dark horse this year. Now, a lot of that was contingent on Christian Wilkins playing, but But I love this. I love freaking Max Crosby, man. He's fantastic. Lastly, the opposite of fantastic, Jordan Schultz, whose dad used to own the Supersonics. There you go. Now, I'll say this. So a lot of people poo-poo Jordan and his NFL insider career because like, oh, you're just riding your dad's coattails. Well, it'd be one thing like, hey, if Jordan started another coffee company or like a tea company, that's riding coattails. But I understand, like, hey, his father was successful. He set the kid up for success. He has a lot of advantages in life. It is what it is. But Jordan, frankly, has busted his ass. It's not easy. You don't get handed a role as an NFL insider. You don't be like, hey, his dad owns Starbucks. I'm going to tell him everything. It really is a working of relationships and digging in for information and doing a lot of dirty work. I wouldn't say dirty work, but tough work. You know what I mean? So I understand it's easy to just see something successful and be like, Nepo baby. No, but respect to Jordan Schultz. He actually does the work. So there you go. Anyways, this is bought and paid for by Howard. No, just kidding. But Ravens rookie cornerback Bilal Coney tore his ACL and MCL in Thursday's preseason game versus the Colts per sources. The sixth rounder out of Western Michigan was having an excellent camp and will now miss the entire 2025 season. And it especially sucks because he was one of my late round draft crushes for the Vikings. He was the pride of Apple Valley. Like, he's 6'2", he's a long, lengthy corner. Played great in Western Michigan's games against the Ohio State University, which is a theme. Everyone plays great against Ohio State, especially J.J. McCarthy. And also the Wisconsin game that Western Michigan played. So it's a bad looking injury. It looked really bad. So hopefully he recovers fast and fully, and Bilal can continue his career. So go get on that. Anyways, that's it. That's it. Preseason, Lode, today. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Oh, also, we're doing a live stream. So check that out. It'll be popping up. We're going to live stream during McCarthy's ism. when he's on the field. Even if he plays like a series or two, like we'll probably live stream most of the first half. So come board, check it out. That's all. Anyways, you guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.